Pinpoint Weather Report is sponsored by Anderson Plumbing, Heating and Air. Nobody wows clients like we do.
Good morning. It is 6:17 and it's real gray. This is really sleepy weather. Makes me want to kind of bundle up and hang out inside. If you feel the same way, then you're going to like what we have today, because this morning we're seeing areas of clouds. Some of us are even seeing a little patchy drizzle in the mix. And then tonight we have a chance of some light showers before we dry out and we slowly warm up for next week. But right now San Diego is hanging out at around 60 degrees, so it's real gray on the one hand. On the other hand, though, all these marine layer clouds do tend to hold in a little more heat. That's why we're not as cold as we could be. But over the next few hours, we're staying gray, and the temperature's really not going to change a whole lot. Whether you're on the coast or whether you're inland, you're going to be pretty close to 60 degrees all the way through 9 a.m. Then when we get to our daily highs in the early afternoon, we're really not getting all that much warmer. San Diego today gets a high of 64 degrees. Lots of low to mid 60s along the coast and inland, and then into the mountains. Highs only reach into the mid 50s. Deserts reach into the low 80s. Mountains and deserts are going to be very windy for the entire day. And then comes the rain. So we have a storm to our north. It's going to be over the Great Basin for most of the day, and it's tracking a little further north than we originally thought it would, but still it's going to be just close enough to give us some light showers, a little bit of drizzle in the mix. Best chance of seeing rain is anywhere from 6 tonight into 6 tomorrow morning, with things peaking around midnight. So my recommendation, wear something with the hood, maybe bring a jacket with you if you want to go out tonight, but we're talking really tiny rain totals, much less than 1/10 of an inch in a place like San Diego. We could see slightly more rainfall in the North County, but overall really tiny rain totals. What's going to be much bigger for the mountains and the deserts is going to be the wind. They have a wind advisory that starts at noon today, goes until 2 tomorrow morning. Could see wind gusts up to about 55 miles per hour. So it's going to be just a breezy, cool, overall slightly gross day, but things will turn around. So we have a high of 64 for San Diego. We have the chance of rain coming tonight, showers lingering into early tomorrow morning, but by tomorrow afternoon we end up drying out. And then we warm up really quick. Monday we get into the 70s, Tuesday high of 78, and by the time we hit Wednesday's high, we're going to be about 15 degrees warmer than today, even on the coast. So we're looking at a big temperature jump in just a few days. Now for our inland neighborhoods, the difference is even bigger. We reach those highs in the mid 60s for them today. They get a little bit warmer tomorrow. They're still, for the most part, going to be under 70 degrees. They're going to be really overcast in the morning, but they just clear out a little bit quicker than the coast does for the week. And then boom, Monday, high of 75, Tuesday, 87. So the difference between today and Wednesday for our inland neighborhoods is gigantic. They're going to be 25 degrees warmer. So if you want to see some warmer weather, you really only have to wait a few days for it. Things cool down a tiny bit as we get closer to the end of the work week. Inland, that means highs go back to the low 80s. Now into the mountains, don't forget we have that wind advisory that's starting at noon today, going until 2 tomorrow morning. Tomorrow's still going to be breezy, still could see some wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour, but more than anything you'll just notice some areas of fog in the morning reaching up into the mid 50s before they jump all the way into the 80s. So it's about a 30-degree temperature jump before they cool down ever so slightly for Friday. And then the same thing happens for the deserts. 84 today and 104 by Wednesday. So we are going from cool, drizzly, and windy all the way up to triple digits for parts of the county with lots of sunshine. So you might want to bundle up today, wear something to cover yourself from some light rain tonight. But by the middle of the week, we're not only going to be dry, we're also going to be hot.